Good morning/afternoon, everyone. Today, we're diving into an important topic in applied behavior analysis, understanding and managing behavior extinction. We'll explore key concepts like extinction itself, extinction bursts, and spontaneous recovery, all crucial for effective behavior modification. I'm excited to guide you through these ideas and show how they can be applied in practice to achieve meaningful results. Let's get started. Extinction in ABA refers to the process of reducing behavior that was previously reinforced by simply stopping the reinforcement. Essentially, when the reward or attention that kept the behavior going is no longer given, the behavior starts to decrease. For instance, if a child's tantrums used to get them attention or a favorite toy, and we stop giving those things in response, the tantrums happen less often. This method is really important in behavior modification because it helps break the cycle that maintains unwanted behaviors, making a key strategy for encouraging positive change. An extinction burst refers to a temporary increase in a behavior's frequency, intensity, or variability right at the start of the extinction process. This happens when the reinforcement that previously maintained the behavior is suddenly withheld. For example, when this occurs, the individual might show more frequent or more intense versions of behavior before it begins to decrease. A common example is a child whose tantrums are no longer rewarded. Initially, those tantrums may actually get worse and happen more often as the child tries harder to get that reinforcement back. Understanding and recognizing this extinction burst is crucial because without it, we might mistakenly think the behavior is getting worse and reinforce it, which would just undermine our efforts. Spontaneous recovery is when behavior that had previously been extinguished suddenly reappears, but only for a short time after a break from the reinforcement or the extinction process. This reappearance is usually temporary and often happens after some time has passed, or there's a change in environment or context. For example, imagine a child who used to have tantrums, but after applying extinction techniques, those tantrums decrease significantly. After a pause, the tantrums might unexpectedly return, even though no one is reinforcing that behavior anymore. Recognizing spontaneous recovery is really important because it helps us set realistic expectations during interventions and reminds us to stay consistent in our approach. Also, shifts in context or time without reinforcement can play a big role in bringing back the extinguished behavior, which is something to keep in mind when monitoring progress. Here, we're summarizing some key points about extinction in applied behavior analysis. First, extinction works by reducing unwanted behaviors through withholding reinforcement. It's a way to decrease those behaviors over time. However, it's important to be aware of extinction bursts, which are brief spikes in challenging behaviors that often occur right after reinforcement stops. These can be tough to manage, but understanding them helps us stay consistent. We also need to keep in mind spontaneous recovery, which means that even after behavior seems to disappear, it might temporarily come back. Finally, being aware of these effects is crucial for designing effective interventions. This awareness ensures that we remain consistent and prepared for any fluctuations, ultimately supporting long-term behavior change.